This week on the Sirens Log. Welcome to the Sirens Log. I'm Siren, and this is Hal. Oh, and there's Bentley, our foster dog. After scouring shipyards and marinas and navigating what felt like a voyage of 1,000 clicks, we recently found a boat we could both agree on. We looked at some great boats, and we found some that were not so great. We chose a 1976 Tiana 37 that will still need a lot of work. We're motoring over 1,000 miles from Daytona Beach to Panama City, Florida, where we have all of the resources necessary to do the refit. We have to replace all of the rigging, move the chain plates, assess the original teak deck, and outfit the boat for long-term travel. It's been a masterpiece of misadventures so far. So hit that subscribe button and join us on this trip around the Sunshine State.
I think it's dragging. Do you want to tell everybody what happened?
I dropped the outboard trying to put it on the boat so nobody would steal it.
You see it?
I'm just waiting on the sun to get a little bit higher.
Oh, this is dangerous as fuck.
So the first thing I did was soak the engine in water. As soon as I got it out of the water this morning, I did it, and I just did it again because you can't do it too much. Now I'm going to drain the fuel out of the carburetor bulb. That is not fuel. I need to get oil out of it. I need to get the gas out of it. Just drain the bulb, and I need to get the spark plug off.
That's like all he wanted. That's like all he wanted right there.
Oh. So we have a motor again. In fact, I dare say it's better than before.
Dare you say that?
Well, it forced me to go through the whole engine. Remember I was telling you when we got home that me and this motor was having a come to Jesus meeting?
Yeah.
On the carport?
Right.
Yeah, it runs great. I'm going to crawl in there. And I'm going to walk it around to the side, and then we're going to put the motor on it and tie it up. I know it's eventually going to be okay, but I got to figure out how to make it okay.
I gotta go down here and get my wafers so I can enjoy this. If I had some popcorn. Alright. This is amusing as hell, isn't it, Bentley? This is good shit.
This is the longest it's ran it idle like that without pumping out. I'm just going to let it sit here and run off the other side of the boat.
With the outboard working again, we were free to take care of a few other things around the boat. But those things would come secondary to the larger task at hand, which was keeping a close eye on our surroundings through the next 10 days and nights. A cold front was moving in, bringing with it 20-plus mile-per-hour winds and seas as big as 6 to 8 feet, something we weren't yet ready to tackle with the current condition of the boat, especially having already popped the backstay attempting to sail. Now we were dragging around the Anchorage packed with other cruisers who were in the same situation. We'd all check our anchors and positions throughout the nights and sit on deck in the days, sometimes swinging within just a few short feet of each other. We'd reset only as often as necessary. The zipper on our bimini broke, but we were able to find a local shop to repair it for $100, and we were able to spend a little time catching up with old friends.
Hey!
Hal went to the Dominican barber to get his head shaved with a comb over on top. We found Mark Zuckerberg's new yacht coming in at a whopping 378 feet, and I spotted Paul Johansen, a Norwegian rescue boat from the fleet after the old fleet, one of which I worked on, the 1935 RS-40 for suffice. I decided to remove the old backstay that was hanging, which had been temporarily replaced by a halyard until we replace it. I checked for electricity in our steaming light, which hasn't been working, replaced some bulbs, and then went on up for the stay and to check out the equipment at the top of the mast.
A little harder than it looks. I think on land this wouldn't be this bad, but this is not easy.
Miami Beach Marina, Miami Beach Marina, Miami Beach Marina. This is Mahalani.
How far are we away from the Anchorage?
6.28 nautical miles.
What Anchorage are we going to? No name?
Yep.
Where is that? Key Biscayne?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Chart says where insanity is like 7 feet. I don't want to mess around with that.
Maybe we should go to the outside.
Yeah, stick around to the outside.
Oh, hey! It's our friends! Huh? Yeah. Should be it.
We are in Biscayne National Park. There's an Anchorage here. We snuck in for tonight. Today we're heading to Rodriguez Key, just south of Key Largo, and we're going to take Hawks Channel to get there.
We ready?
We have been backwards on this bobsleigh all night. Only thing I know to do is back up when we gotta leave.
Try to go that way just a little bit. We're scraping the hull. We gotta back up some. When we turn her this way, we're scraping that bobstay. A little more. Okay. No, I gotta get it up. Yeah. So now I have to flip it. All right. Shit. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Do we have back team?
What's back team?
The brown stuff?
Brown stuff?
Yeah.
With Dialite?
No, back team.
I've never heard of
You go to the doctor before they cut you or do anything, they cover you with
it.
brown.
I don't know. I just know with Dialite.
Alright, you're doing all the driving for a little bit.
Okay.
You're gonna, like I can drive, but I'm gonna be doing any heavy lifting, pulling the anchor, all that.
Good, because I want you to see how f***ed up that situation is.
I'm about to do it all by myself.
But I'm gonna tell you this: you cannot let that anchor flop up. It is screwing up really bad the bowsprit.
I won't let it pop up.
Alright, you guys, we've just arrived in Rodriguez Key, and it looks really mysterious. I would love to know what's in all that. I don't really see a easy place to go to shore, so I don't think we're going to, but it looks really pretty. And there's quite a few boats here. We're seeing some familiar boats from some other anchorages that we've been to, and I know that you guys are really curious what I did earlier and why the hell I had my fingers on the anchor. It's something that I have filmed a few times because I wanted to show the situation that we were having with our anchor system, but I haven't put it in any videos yet because I keep not explaining it properly, so I keep just saying it's not a bother right now. But every time I pull in that anchor, I say to Hal, this is so dangerous, I can't be doing it this way, this is just, something bad's gonna happen, and it did. So now I have to explain what's been going on, so let's go up and I'll show you. Okay, so I'm up here on the pulpit now. So what's happening is when we pull in the anchor here, it's got a really long shaft, basically. So when you go to pull it in with the remote, it gets to the starting point of that shaft and it flings because that's all it can do. So it flings up, and what's been happening is it's been flinging into the bowsprit really hard, which is not great because we're just destroying the bowsprit, like just damaging the wood. So at first I thought, okay, well, we'll just be really mindful of which direction the anchor is sitting, because you can twist it around, because if it's backwards, it's a nightmare. So you can twist it around the correct way, but it still flings, and it's like hit or miss as to whether or not it's going to fling into the bowsprit or not. So in an effort not to damage that wood, I started kind of watching to see, like, does anybody else have this issue on their boat? Because I've never encountered this. And I started seeing a few people just like pulling them up by hand when they got to that point and kind of setting them in, but they don't have the exact same situation that we have. It's a little different. So I thought, that seems really dangerous. Like, that doesn't seem like something I would want to do on this boat. But I mean, I tried a couple times to manually get the anchor up, but the problem is you got to get the anchor up with one hand. This is a 45-pound anchor, so I've been pulling it up with one hand, holding it with my foot on the end of the shaft, which is, it works, and it's putting your foot there is actually probably the safest bet, because you can't hurt that. It's on top of the anchor. There's nothing that can hurt it. But then the problem is that once the anchor is up, you have slack in the chain. So the chain falls out of the gypsy, and you're trying to hold the anchor, keep your foot on the end of it, hold the chain tight with your other hand while also holding the remote to like feed the chain into the gypsy with, and then click the remote to like pull it tight. Well, I was a little tired this morning, and I guess I just wasn't completely awake, if I'm honest, and somehow my hand was holding the anchor in just the wrong spot. And I was like, I've kind of learned every time that I've done it. I've said, oh, I need to be more like this, or oh, I need to pull more like this, and I've got, I've been working it out slowly. So today I thought, okay, I've got it this time, right? And I was pulling the chain and holding the remote with the same hand, and I had the other one, this one, on the anchor. Got it up snug, but once it was snug, there was my hand between, let me show you. So my hand was here on the anchor like an idiot. And so it squished my hand. It's somehow in here. I'm not even sure, if I'm honest, because wherever my hand was, it shouldn't have been there. I don't know. I was doing it safer several times before, even though there's no safe way to put your hand on an anchor ever, and I don't recommend doing it. And I knew that when I did it. I knew, like, this is bad. This is really bad. You shouldn't be doing this. But I was fine. I knew when it happened that it was going to be fine. I could tell that it wasn't like, I didn't like lose a finger, but yeah, that was really painful. So it's been bleeding off and on all day. This finger swole, but it's not that bad, if I'm honest. The thumb's still, but this inside of this finger here is the worst bit, and it didn't even get chopped. It's really bruised. I don't know if you can see the blue, and it doesn't look like it in the camera, but it's really bruised right there, and that's actually the worst part. So note to self, don't do that. So when you know better, you do better, and I didn't do better. So quick lessons. Everybody learns lessons on boats. They say, oh, nothing's gonna happen, and then it does, but I knew something was gonna happen, and it did, so that's even dumber. So don't be dumb. So we're walking around Marathon, and I don't know if we talked about this yet or not, but Hal had decided, like right before we left the dock, basically, like till on this trip, that he was gonna quit smoking cigarettes. No. So I like hooked him up with like a big bag of tobacco and figured he could just roll his own, and maybe that would slow him down. So we're looking for tobacco because now he's out. What is this? No, not the trailer park. This is some weird... What are y'all doing?
I'm tired of tugging on him, so he can tug on me a while.
We've been to a smoke shop. I've called the other ones. There's no loose tobacco in Marathon. Anywhere, apparently. So it looks like Hal's getting more cigarettes. After he's been rolling his own for like a month. Dang. Thought we were done with that.
It tastes so much better.
What does?
The Camels.
Camels taste better than rolling them?
Yeah. Higher quality tobacco.
That's because you won't roll filters in there.
No. Higher quality tobacco.
Higher quality tobacco. Anyway. So that's our mission. Now we're just gonna go to Publix and get some groceries.
Winn-Dixie?
No, I'm not going to Winn-Dixie.
Let's go to Winn-Dixie.
I'm not going to Winn-Dixie. I didn't tell you guys what happened to Winn-Dixie, but the Winn-Dixie off 17th Street in Fort Lauderdale, I can't do any more Winn-Dixie, you guys. I'm so sorry. Like, I literally, like, I've had like multiple final straws with them, and then I went to unpack all of our groceries into the boat, and there was red carpet beetle, and then I found out that it was coming from the pasta, so I opened the thing of pasta, and just like red carpet beetles just scattered. I chunked all of it. So yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, Winn-Dixie, but I'm not sorry. Can't do it. Publix, I'm a Florida girl anyway, so Publix it is. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh wait. Oh, Billy found another one. Billy found one. Billy, come on.
Hold up, is there fresh eggs in there?
No. Bentley, don't get out. Get out. We don't need eggs. We don't need any eggs. Don't steal her eggs. Come on. How do I keep you two out of eggs? Can I buy that for me?
Yeah.
How much is it? 6,000. That's not bad.
That'd make a good
Look, it's a 1969. I have a Volkswagen Beetle that's a 1969. They can be friends. Aw. For real though. I like this.
Transom's rotted out of it.
It's rotten. Well, it's a 1969. It's allowed to have a rotten transom.
I'm tired of fixing stuff.
Wait, how did you get a public shopping cart?
It was right there, so I'm taking it back to him.
Well, aren't you a good Samaritan?
I cannot stand when people don't put buggies in the buggy corral.
This looks like a disaster waiting to happen, y'all. Oh my goodness.
Let's use him for what he was bred for.
What he was bred for?
Yeah.
Are you gonna... Oh. Mush! Mush!
Come on, Bentley, mush.
Goodness.
Doing what he knows best.